Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest developments in global affairs. Today, we're diving into a crucial geopolitical event that's been making headlines. Tensions are running high in the South China Sea as the Philippine and Canadian navies take a bold step in intercepting the Chinese Navy. But before we get into the details, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our updates. In recent days, the South China Sea has once again become a hotspot for international tensions. It all started when the Philippines made a significant move by removing a Chinese barrier in a contested area. This act of sovereignty has triggered a series of events that we're about to unravel. The South China Sea, known for its rich resources and disputed territorial claims, has been a source of contention among several nations. China has been assertively expanding its presence in the region, leading to concerns from neighboring countries. The Philippine government's decision to remove a Chinese barrier in these contested waters sent shockwaves through the international community. It was seen as a bold assertion of Philippine sovereignty, but it also raised the stakes. Canada is the latest country to conduct joint maritime activities, with the Philippines in the South China Sea amid Manila's renewed focus on countering China in its regional waters. Royal Canadian Navy Frigate HMCs Ottawa and Philippine Navy Frigate BRP Antonio Luna rendezvoused off western Palawan on Thursday morning. Ottawa, along with the Naval Replenishment Unit MV Asterix, previously made a stop at Naval Operating Base Subic and exercised with BRP Jose Rizal in divisional tactics and replenishment at sea. The joint sail is part of the Philippine Navy's regular engagements with its partners in the Philippines maritime zones, said Lieutenant Colonel Enrico Gil in an Armed Forces of the Philippines press release on the exercise. For 3 hours, the two frigates performed joint maneuvers in the West Philippine Sea, which denotes the area of the South China Sea that is within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. However, even after a 2016 arbitral tribunal ruled overwhelmingly in favor of the Philippines, China persists in enforcing its South China Sea claims with maritime forces and continues to hold military and economic activities. Within the West Philippine Sea, China has developed several artificial islands that host military bases with ports and air bases. Beijing claims most of the region under its 9-dash line, which was expanded to 10 last month. People's Armed Forces Maritime Militia and China Coast Guard vessels regularly operate in the West Philippine Sea and are frequently seen shadowing or harassing Philippine vessels. With a renewed focus in Manila on countering Chinese actions, talks of joint patrols in the West Philippine Sea have been discussed since the beginning of the year. The Philippines' top partners, such as the United States, Japan, and Australia, have stated their intent to or interest in holding these activities with Manila going forward. U.S. Ralph Johnson and Philippine Navy flagship Jose Rizal held a joint bilateral sail in the West Philippine Sea off Palawan on September 4. The divisional tactics training is one of the preparations being made for the joint patrol the two countries committed to hold before the end of the year. Australia also pledged to hold joint patrols with the Philippines during Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's official state visit to that nation earlier in the month. Malaysia, France, India, and Singapore have also expressed their wish to conduct joint patrols with the Philippines. The Philippines says it has removed a floating barrier installed by China to block Philippine fishing boats entering a contested area in the South China Sea. The Philippines Coast Guard said it had been instructed to do so by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Manila says China violated its fishing rights with the 300 meters, 1,000 feet, barrier in the Scarborough Shoal. China claims more than 90% of the South China Sea and seized the shoal in 2012. Beijing defended the actions of its Coast Guard, stating they were necessary measures. The barrier posed a hazard to navigation, a clear violation of international law. It also hinders the conduct of fishing and livelihood activities of Filipino fisherfolk. The Philippines Coast Guard said in a statement, It described the shoal as an integral part of the Philippine national territory. Commodore J. Terrilla of the Coast Guard said the barrier was discovered by a patrol on Friday. Three Chinese Coast Guard boats and a Chinese Maritime Militia Service boat installed the barrier when the Philippine vessel arrived, he said. The Chinese boats issued 15 radio challenges and accused the Philippine ship and fishermen of violating international and Chinese laws, before moving away upon realizing the presence of media personnel on board the Philippine vessel. He said, Japan has urged calm and said the South China Sea was central to regional stability. Our country strongly opposes any conduct that heightens tension in the South China Sea. Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Hirokazu Matsuno said at a regular press conference. As tensions escalated, the Philippine and Canadian navies decided to take action. Their intercept of the Chinese Navy sent a powerful message that they are ready to defend their interests in the South China Sea. Diplomatic channels are buzzing with discussions and negotiations, but the situation remains fragile. The world is watching closely as these naval forces navigate the turbulent waters of international relations. As we continue to monitor this developing situation, remember to stay informed by subscribing to Fulgur channel. We'll keep you updated with the latest news and analysis on this and other global events. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next video.